Good morning everybody. I'd just like to take you through a few tax tips if you're an employee this morning. The first, of course, is travel to and from work. Basically speaking, you cannot claim for travel to and from work. So why am I mentioning it this morning? Basically, if you travel to a temporary place of work, you can claim the cost. Now, what is a temporary place of work? Well, here I'm based in Blaby, and if I had to go to London to work today, I could claim the cost. There is a famous tax case, Poop v Owen, concerning a doctor, where he issued instructions to the hospital down the telephone before travelling to the hospital, and the courts found that to be an allowable cost. So if you can bring yourself within the circumstances of Poop v Owen, you may very well be able to claim further allowances. But the main point of this part of this short clip is that most people, if they're employees, are paid by their employer when they're away from the office and they use their car a mileage allowance. Well, the current rate now is 45p for the first 10,000 miles. If your employer is paying you less than 45p, you can claim the difference. So if he's paying you 25p, you can claim for all miles up to 10,000 miles an extra 20p, and that will be given in your coding or in your assessment as the case may be. So if you're involved in travel away from the office, do make sure that you're now claiming at the new rates 45p for up to 10,000 mile, 25p thereafter. Now, if you're in a travelling employment, then you may well stay away from home in hotels. You may not be aware that for every night you stay away, you can claim an incidental allowance of £5. There's no restriction on you having to spend it. There's no restriction on what you can spend it on. But if you do stay away overnight, in the UK it's £5, and abroad you can claim up to £10 per night. If you are provided with a motor car, as you know, you will be charged a benefit in kind. But if you have to put the fuel in that motor car yourself, rather than your employer pay for the fuel, then you can claim for that fuel. And there is a separate table of rates. I won't delineate it this morning, but if you're involved in a situation where you're provided with a car but you put in the fuel yourself, then make sure that you claim the cost per mile according to the capacity of the car and whether it's petrol or diesel. Finally, in this short clip, I will just cover the situation that the revenue will not give you any of these reliefs that I briefly mentioned this morning unless you keep records. Now, it's a fundamental principle of the British system that you keep accurate records. It's quite simple. I keep a very small, slim diary in the glove compartment of the car, and I jot down in the morning the mileage on the car, and when I get back, the mileage back, and I note where I've been and subdivide it as necessary. I also put a note in there if I've stayed overnight in a hotel. Now, if you keep proper records, you will get your full relief. If you do not keep proper records, then unfortunately you cannot expect the Inland Revenue to believe you. Document it and they'll give you the relief. No documentation and you will struggle. So I hope these few words have been of interest, and if you have any problems at all, you're very welcome to email me a problem at peter@peterclare.com. That's peter@peterclare.com. No I in the Clare. Do have a good day.